I was just going to make some breakfast. Can I get you anything?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Some cereal or toast. I think we've got some eggs. I could make you an omelette, or I could make you little soldiers, and then you can...
Mary.
Sorry.
Morning.
Oh, George, would you like a cup of tea? The kettle's just boiled.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Been up long?
A couple of hours. Can't stop thinking about what Todd said, that Julie might have done something to speed things up.
Oh, come on. We don't know that. Fact is, she was dying. I think her body just gave up.
I won't ask how everyone is this morning. It's pretty obvious.
I hope you didn't mind me staying over last night, and I'd just like to offer my condolences, Arlene.
Thanks.
There you go, George. I suppose you two would like a cup of tea as well.
No, Tom, we're all right.
Good, because we've just run out, so hard cheese.
Well, I was going to go for a walk so I can pick some up.
You all right, Mum?
Yeah, just need a little bit of space.
Excuse me, Todd. Eileen. I know you probably don't feel like it, but we need to have a talk about what's been going on.
I know.
Why don't you drop into work later on? Have a bit of time to ourselves? It's like Piccadilly Station in here.
Yeah, see you later.
Okay.
She said Eileen should leave you.
Not in so many words. She must have thought she was looking out for her sister while she still could.
Well, she's wrong. Eileen's lucky to have you. You're a kind, considerate man. Trust me, I've met enough low-life toe rags in my time, and you're not one of them.
Thank you, I think.
So what did Eileen say about it?
Not a lot. I mean, she only found out about this video yesterday.
Not interrupting, am I?
No, I was just telling George how fortunate I think you are to have such a loyal, supportive partner at a time like this.
You've told her about the video, haven't you?
Yeah.
I know it's not really any of my business.
You're right,
but
it's not.
I just don't think it's fair what Julie said.
And I don't think it's fair that he's telling anyone who'll listen about our private life.
I'm his sister.
And I've just lost mine. I'm not having anyone slagging her off now she's gone.
No one's doing that, Eileen. I told Glenda because Julie reckoned you were settling for second best and telling you to leave me. I don't want that. Do you?
Like I said, my sister has just died. And whether you and me being together is working is really not high on my list of priorities right now. See you later.
Can I get you anything, a drink or a...
No, fine, thank you.
Really?
I bought her those.
Yes. Along with 5 other bouquets scattered around the house.
Didn't think they'd last longer than she would.
You loved her a lot, didn't you?
I feel like my heart's been ripped out and stomped on. Obviously, I knew our time together was limited. I just wish it was longer. 20 or 30 years. Now there's a Judy Carp-shaped hole in my life.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I know that's a big hole to fill.
Oh, you have no idea. But what can you do? Except try to keep busy, which is partly the reason why I came round to see if there's anything I can help with.
Well, I was going to take the wheelchair back to the hospital and return what's left of Julie's medicines if you want to give me a hand with those.
OK, you get the wheelchair now. I'll get the meds.
Right.
Strange.
Everything all right?
No, it's not.
Is everything to your satisfaction?
Oh, haven't you ever known me to complain about the food in here in all the years I've been coming? No, it was delicious. Thank you, Roy.
I wonder, have you had a chance to speak with Eileen or Todd since yesterday?
Yeah, I thought I'd just leave them with a bit of space, you know, let things settle. You and I both know how hard it is to lose someone close to you, even when you do try and prepare for it.
Indeed. As a matter of fact, it would have been Hayley's birthday today.
Oh, well, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
No.
Well, here's to Hayley.
Brian, how are you?
I've been better.
How was Eileen and Todd getting on?
Oh, I've not seen them this morning.
Roy and I were just talking about Julie, saying how hard it is, you know, to lose someone, even when you know it's inevitable, it's still a shock.
It was for me. Even more so now. I know what really happened.
What do you mean?
I was at the house talking to Mary. We were going to take Judy's painkillers and wheelchair back to the chemist and hospital. Only when I looked in her bag, it was all gone. And there was an empty packet of Eileen's medication in there as well.
So, what are you trying to say exactly?
Well, Judy should have had enough medication to last her another week at least. I mean, where did it all go? Unless she took it. All of it.
What are you saying? Julie's taken an overdose? She's ended her life?
Yes.
Have you told Eileen about this?
No. I've only just realised what really happened. I mean, she'll be devastated. I mean, she was with her.
What's the matter?
She was with her. When I offered to accompany him to the lake yesterday, I mean, why were they so insistent that it was just for the two of them, no one else? Unless Eileen knew about it too.
I understand you're upset and grieving, but I think you need to be very careful about what you say and to whom.
Yeah, Roy's right. You know, there's probably a very simple explanation as to what's happened to Julie's meds, and the fact is, you know, she was desperately ill. She was dying.
Oh, thank you, the Reverend Obvious. I know that. Are you saying there's not something suspicious about how quickly it all happened? Where's Eileen's medication? What was Julie doing with it, and where's it all gone? I mean, she was acting very strange that last day. Like she was saying her goodbyes, like she knew what was going to happen and when.
Even if you are correct, and she did take her own life, and that Eileen did help her, it was what she wanted. It was her choice.
That may be the case, but it still doesn't make it right. Her pain was under control. She was still able to see people, go places. It wasn't her only choice, and I should have been told what she was going to do, so I could have... So I could have at least tried to talk her out of it. And spend as much time with her as possible. And say goodbye.
I'm going to give you advance warning. I'm coming in for a hug in case you want to headbutt me or punch my lights out. How are you bearing up?
Still sinking in. Still numb. I keep expecting her to call or text or send me some clip off the internet involving cats.
She used to send me those and all.
Why was it always cats?
Dunno. She was an enigma.
That's one word for her.
Was it peaceful in the end?
I think so. When I found her, it just looked like she'd nodded off.
I suppose there's worse ways to go. Listen, I know you're probably not in the mood right now, but a few of us are going to meet in the Rovers later, you know, have a drink, celebrate a life if you fancy it.
Not exactly scintillating company.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to expect you to be cracking jokes or singing show tunes, but it might be nice to be surrounded by people that loved her too.
You okay? Hardly touched your drink.
Oh, I know. I mean, normally I'm quite partial to a bit of afternoon drinking and delight, but I don't feel quite in the mood right now.
I still don't think Julie would want us all to sit around feeling miserable.
Oh, not true. No, she'd want us to remember her with a laugh and a smile.
You're right, she would. Let's get battered.
Can't just keep pretending that everything's fine between me and Eileen, because it's not. I need to know where to stand, Linda.
Yeah, you do. You know, but like you said, maybe give her a bit of time to get over what happened before you go and have a chat with her and... Oh, she's here.
Hey, I'll have a large lady petrol for this one, and just my usual thanks.
I was worried about you. Where have you been?
I just went for a walk.
Wasn't sure if you were going to come or not.
Well, I wasn't, but then he twisted my arm.
Right. Well, glad you're here.
These are on the house.
Ah, tar Chuck. I'd like to say a few words if I can. I'd just like to raise my glass, our glass, to Julie Carp. She was kind, funny, mad as a box of frogs, and also had the biggest heart of anyone I ever knew. So, here's to you, kiddo.
To Julie.
Julie.
You all right, son? Get you a drink or you still on the clock?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you. But I would like it if I could have a quiet word with you.
What about?
Oh, yeah.
Craig, my sister died yesterday. I'm having a drink in her memory with her friends, so either tell me what it's about or just leave me alone now.
We need to ask you a few questions down at the station in relation to her death.
It doesn't sound like that.
We just want to ask you a few questions as a witness to Julie's death.
Sorry, witness to her death. What exactly is it that you think I know?
Look, if we could just go down to the station.
Or has somebody said something? Are you going to say out? Or have you already? Is that it?
What? How could you think I would do such a thing?
Let's go.
Eileen, wait.
I don't sound good.
All I'm saying is, if it was my sister and she was dying,
Undoubtedly it can be hard, but with excellent palliative care, it's possible to experience a good death surrounded by your loved ones. As a man of the cloth, I'm sure you'll agree.
Oh, it's hard to know how any one of us would feel.
What's that thing they say until you walked in someone's shoes?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when Paul was dying, he asked Billy... Sorry, do you mind? Well, he asked Billy to help him end it. And I was so angry, because I never wanted him to leave us, ever. But I was never going to be able to change the fact that he was going to die anyway. So why shouldn't he have the right to decide when? Obviously, in the end, he died naturally, but...
I just worry if it's made legal, it'd be open to abuse. You know, for example, with disabled people being urged.
The current proposal for assisted dying, it does only apply to the terminally ill. As far as Julie goes, none of us are ever going to know.
Well, I'm telling you lot now. If I'm ever unlucky to get something, you know, deadly, I give you my full permission.
Todd, it's me. I need to speak to you. Will you call me, please?
So what's happening?
Craig's driving her down to the station.
Do you think maybe one of us should go up there, you know, for moral support?
Well, I suggest not your good self, because she clearly thinks you're responsible for the dirty deed.
I didn't do a dirty deed.
oh, look, you know what she's like once she gets an idea into her head. Huh? Harder to shift than red wine out of a white woolly cardie.
I knew that was you. Eileen's been arrested for
Mary,
murder.
Eileen has not been arrested.
She's been taken in for questioning over Julie's death.
Oh. Good. Beg your pardon?
When one has been bereaved, one can't behave in...
Yeah, but Eileen suffered a bereavement too, Roy. And apparently it's a good thing that she's been dragged off down to a police station for no good reason.
I beg to differ. I think Eileen allowing Julie to use her painkillers to end her life is a very good reason. Which is why I reported her to the police.
You idiot.
Oh, look, clearly emotions are running high. I'm sure that Brian's motivation was driven by...
I know what it was driven by, Roy.
Judge, it might...
Needing someone to be angry with.
It's a perfectly reasonable reaction.
Indeed. And it's something I encounter on a daily basis, but it stops people from having to deal with their loss. Eileen doesn't deserve to be held accountable for Julie.
I find that hard to believe.
Shame on you.
I suppose it's only natural wanting to blame someone.
You were dead close, though, Julie and Eileen.
That you and Brian were, weren't you, in the past?
Sexually, do you mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know he's got his funny little ways.
Brian Packham is the rarest of gems. A true and steadfast friend. And as the quote goes, if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, then you haven't learned anything.
Oh, is that Oscar Wilde?
Muhammad Ali.
I told you already.
I'm sorry, I know this must be distressing, but I'm sure you'll appreciate that in cases like this, we have to be thorough. Come in. Okay, thank you.
Why have you got Julie's wash bag? Are those my pills?
So you're not denying they're yours?
What would be the point? They've got my name on it.
Okay, I'll have to advise you not to say anything further until you have legal representation present.
What?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to interview you under caution with regards to your sister's death. So can you explain why they were found in Julie's wash bag?
No, I can't.
So you didn't put them there?
No.
And she didn't mention she put them in there? Had she talked about ending her life?
What? No.
Never hinted at it?
She wanted a cup of tea. I went to get it, and that was the last time we spoke.
And you're sure there was never any kind of indication from Julie of her intention?
I've told you no. And if you're implying that I helped her to do it, that I would seriously leave her on her own to die, that I wouldn't be by her side, holding her hand, telling her how much she was loved.
But if you had, and she'd used your pills to do it, that could be viewed as murder in a court of law. You could get 14 years.
I did not kill my sister.
You have my deepest sympathy for your loss.
Thank you.
However, one must acknowledge...
It wouldn't have happened were it not for the actions of a certain woman.
Look, even if that assertion is correct and Eileen is responsible...
For killing her own sister. She was. I should say an act for which I will personally ensure she receives the severest of punishments.
You seriously believe that Eileen hasn't been punished enough by the loss?
Which she was responsible for expediting.
Well, in that case, perhaps she deserves our pity, not our retribution.
I doubt the courts will see it that way.
Watching someone you love living in pain, seeing the fear in their eyes as they wonder what the end is going to be like, feeling their sense of hopelessness in knowing that they have no control over it. That is agony. Pure, unadulterated agony. Maybe Julie was trying to protect you from that.
I didn't want a protection. I wanted to be with her, comforting her.
I'm sure Eileen, too, wanted more time with Julie. But sometimes the dying know when they've had enough. And then it's only the living, forcing them to endure one more hour, one more minute.
Surely with the right drugs, the right care, with the arms of a loved one wrapped around you, possible to have a peaceful passing.
Indeed.
If she needed help, it should have been me.
Think yourself lucky it wasn't. To take a life, even when one has been begged to do so, must be an unbearable burden to bear.
She said nothing of ending it, nothing.
Not directly, no. But perhaps that veiled goodbye was a sign that she thought it was time.
I know she couldn't bear the thought of losing the sense of who she was. Not being able to laugh anymore. She wasn't there yet. All those years were wasted.
It's impossible to imagine now. But in the future, you will be able to look back on your time together and smile. I promise.
Eileen,
I am really sorry that you had to go through that.
come here. You okay?
I'm tired,
So, what have they said?
but I can go home while they continue their inquiries.
It wasn't me that reported you, it was Brian. Yeah, discovered a packet of your pills in Julie's wash bag and put 2 and 2 together and made 10. And that's what I told them. I said there is no way that Eileen would have given her sister them pills.
Thanks.
I mean, do you want to go and see Brian now?
Just want to go home.
Okay. I'll nip the chippy once we have this.
A cup of tea's fine, thanks.
Of course. Got no appetite. Sorry.
No, it's me that should be saying sorry. For lashing out at you for no reason when I knew you would never have reported me to the police.
Eileen, if they do a post-mortem and confirm that Julie died of an overdose, they could charge you.
I can't believe she didn't think of the consequences.
Well, obviously she didn't want to involve you.
Well, she has involved me. Why couldn't she just leave another tape explaining?
I don't know.
Now I'm going to get charged for a murder. For killing my own flesh and blood. Oh.